Happy Saturday. My butt's back at work. Look at this. How dark it is. And I'm here like later than I normally would be, because normally I'd be here at like 5 a.m. Well, I should be getting here at like 4:45, because it takes a few minutes for me to get the alarms off, get the lights on, get everything opened, clock on. But it is almost 6 a.m. It's like 5:40 right now, a little bit after 5:40. I just said goodbye to my dad, who's actually somewhere over there. He's waiting for the Save Mart to open. It opens at 6 a.m. so he can get something for my mama to eat. My butt, like I said, is back at work. You can't tell, huh? Right there. That little plywood box, that used to be the Dutch Bros. They closed it for remodeling, right? About a month ago or so. They literally took that building down to just the foundation. It was like nothing was there, just straight pavement. And I was like, I thought they were just remodeling it. Like, that is one way of remodeling it. It looks like now it's gonna be 2 stories. It's really hard to tell because it's so dark on camera. Like when I'm looking at it, I can see it perfectly because like the lights from my work kind of shine off onto it. So it doesn't look that dark as it looks on camera, which is weird, optics. There's still one. There's still a 1. Oh, I did it again. There's still another mat in here. I kind of just left them scattered in the freaking parking lot anyways. Normally I lay them out really neat, right? I unfold them, I lay them out in order because I have to clean them. Joy to the world. I mean, I don't have to. Technically, they were supposed to clean them last night, and then that's why they get stuck in the little trash cart, is because that's supposed to get cleaned, and these mats are supposed to get cleaned at the end of the day. And then back when I was a closer many moons ago, then we would drape them over the edge of the trash cart to let them dry overnight, and then we'd lock them up in our big handicap bathroom to keep people from stealing them, right? Because yeah, believe it or not, people do like to steal these freaking mats. Well, I mean, okay, I'm gonna be honest here. If I was homeless, I probably would, because these mats are like padding from the ground, they're like gym mats. This one with the holes is probably the most comfy because it's the most like soft and squishy padded. Oh, the other ones without the holes, they're not as squishmallowy like, But yeah, and this cart, can you imagine having one of these carts to put all your stuff in? Oh my god. And it's actually like I could lay in this thing. It's that big, or I'm that small, either way. It's big enough for me to lay in. I'm like, I would totally. And then you can put all your belongings in it during the day. And they should make like a little pop-up canopy over it, so a person can stand in there and do their business. The ideas I have sometimes. I know, it's crazy. Well, I don't know if you heard about it, but the Supreme Court passed the buck, as they so like to do, on some laws here. My fit check. Look, I love these freaking jeans. I just got these. I think these are Scoop. These are from the Scoop brand. Most of the time you have to order online. And Walmart carries like select pieces in the store. At least at like my store. Holy fuckaroli. I just realized the key's missing for my sorry, excuse my French there. But yeah, these are keys to our refrigerators and freezers. And I'm like, they're supposed to be on there. And they're not. So now I'm a little bit concerned because I didn't remember seeing a box of keys anywhere. Every day, it's something, I swear. So yeah, Walmart. they're having their inventory sales going on right now, which is really cool that I get to know all this. My child just started working there, right? My oldest daughter. So she just started working there, and she's in maintenance, so it's not like she's finding all the good deals. It's just when I have to go to pick her up, I run in there, and then I'm like, I see all the signs, and I'm like, oh, clearance sale, cool. The funny thing was like 2 weeks ago, right? They had all these like 2000s eras, late 90s, the stuff I wore as a teenager, as in high school and stuff like that, or the stuff I always wanted to wear, but like I wasn't the size that could wear it, kind of a thing, because I was a chunky girl. I am a chunky girl. But yeah, so they have like those mesh two-piece like dresses with the long skirts and stuff, and I'm like, these would be cool for church. They had but they weren't even that badly priced. Like they were $16.98 for a two-piece, which is really good, even though they're just like mesh. One was like the lettuce edge, almost looked like it could be a crop top, like it's like hits right at your belly button, but it has the long like maxi like skirt, or at least a midi length. I know it was below the knee skirt. And then they had them like this really pretty like purpley maroon floral-y like print, and then they had it in like a green and blue and brownsy, like I don't know what you would call the print, but it was almost like a tie-dye effect, almost like a seascape, because that's what it made me look at. Like, made me think as like a lake, you know, or a very green ocean. I keep having to stop all this stuff. Oh, it's so cold in here. It's like a -degree. So I got another delivery coming today, right? So I'm gonna have to put all this stuff that's back here. It's gotta go here, because once again, for the life of me, these kids cannot understand that they need to pull from the back wall first. Like, this should be gone way before there's holes right here. Yeah, well, they're having like a big supervisor manager meeting. I don't know if they're gonna do it next week or what, because they're just not doing the stuff they're supposed to be doing. And I'm like hinting, like, you know what, maybe I'll take that manager position back again, because one, I need more money, two, I need more hours, and three, I am just so overqualified for it, you know. I haven't wanted it because, like, my boss is the kind of guy that he goes, oh, there's problems, let's get rid of you, you know. So when I got in this position, I was like, oh, yay, job security, you know? Because that's what happened. I was like a supervisor, like, pre-pandemic, you know, way before then. And there was some people who were freaking up, and there were other people who were just misleading, you know, like my coworkers. They would be like, oh, I'm gonna do that, don't worry about that, don't count that money, I'm gonna do that, or, you know, don't do this, I'm gonna do it, and then they wouldn't do it, or they would do it incorrectly, and it ended up falling on me, because my boss was like, well, I told you to do it, you're supposed to be doing it. And I'm like, yeah, you told me, you didn't tell my coworkers, you didn't tell my other co-managers that I was in charge, you know. And since I was like the new low man on the totem pole, I would just listen to the people who's been here for years, you know, because I didn't think they were gonna steer me wrong. Well, these bitches steered me wrong. But yeah, and then I watched four store managers get replaced for like little stuff, you know, like, oh, your employees are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, so obviously you're not managing them correctly. And I'm like, these are grown-ass adults, you can tell them what to do, but you can't force them to do it, you know. It's like one of the other girls that they promoted to supervisors is not really trained enough to be doing it, and they're just like, well, we're gonna give her another chance, and I'm like, give me the chance, dude. Actually, I'm just like, give me the money, I'll do the work. I don't need the title, I just need the paycheck and the hours. Alright, I better get going. It's been like 10 minutes of me just ranting. Oh, and I was going to tell you about Walmart and their freaking, like, totally awesome inventory sales are going on. So yeah, I got these jeans. $7. $7. I got new work shoes, which was totally God. These are like the tread safe, and these was like one of the last pairs of my size. I think after these ones, all they had was like the men's size and like the 11s and the 12s and stuff. But they might have restocked. My daughter said they had tons of stuff in the back that they still had to bring in. Lots of like old stock and stuff, overstock, yeah, extra stock, whatever. So coffee. So I bought 3 pairs of work shoes. Well, I bought 2, and then my daughter bought a pair, but hers, she said, didn't fit. And I'm like, why didn't you try them on? I tried mine on. They fit me. Like, she tried these and she said they didn't fit her, and I'm like, I thought you had a smaller foot than me, which is weird. They're like but I do see what they might have been, because I thought they were supposed to be a wide width. They were like a women's 8, usually, and a men's 9. And usually I buy men's 7 in work boots. I always buy a men's size 7. And I thought they said they were wide width too, because they had like the little W next to them. And the other pair I bought, which were like a women's 10. I think so, because they added 10 on this. I think they were a women's 10 wide. It might have been, yeah. It might have been a women's 9, men's 10. But they were a wide width. And they were a little big. They were a little big. So I left them, sorry, it's real loud. I left them for my daughter. Someone left all their drinks and stuff up here, and a bunch of them are opened. Oh, it's closed. And, oh, they're just, I was like, why do they have tortillas up here? I guess they're just broken tortillas so for the employees to eat up if they want. This is the cutest cup someone got. It's like their Starbucks cup. But I like their little strawberry straw cap on it. That's really cute. My Starbucks, I had one like that, but mine wasn't purple. I really like the purple one. I kind of want to get it. I had a green one, and I had 2 green ones, I think. And then I have a dark blue one. And they disappeared. And all my metal Starbucks tumblers, I'm really upset about. Because they've all disappeared, and I'm like, no. I was just like a month ago, I want to say. Ew, that was gross. Someone left their melted milkshake in there, and it looked like it was like a chocolate. Chocolate was some kind of candy bar, isn't it? Either Snickers or, I think it was just Snickers, or Reese's maybe, I don't know. Yeah, anyways, it made a mess, and I see it's all clumpy and gross. So, yeah. The shoes at Walmart, they were on sale for $7 too, but like I said, it was funny because a week ago I went there and I was like, oh, I need shoes. My daughter said she needed shoes. My shirt's all tucked in weird, and camera's at a weird angle. She said she needed shoes for work. There's no gloves over here, darn it. And so I went and looked, but the shoes were like priced $38. And I'm like, what happened to like the $20 pair? There always used to be like a $20 pair of work shoes at Walmart. Oh, I didn't see them. I think they still have them. They look like a garden clog now. They used to just be like a basic flat, but now they look like these rubber garden clogs. So I was like, I don't really like them. But when I went a couple weeks ago, they were all like $39, $49. And I'm like, oh my God, these work shoes have gotten so expensive. And so I was like, well, I can't afford them. I'm just going to have to wait. Meanwhile, my work shoes got a big, huge hole in them. But, you know, what can you do? What can you do? Slapped some tape on that bitch and just kept on working. Well, the other day I went back. This was Thursday. So I'm sure they still have work shoes if anybody needs slip-resistant work shoes. Or work boots, because they did have like a lot of like the men's work boots, either steel-toed or not steel-toed. I saw them for as low as $17. I think they had a couple that were maybe even cheaper, and a lot of them which were like $49, you know, on sale. But they're usually way more expensive than that, so it still was a good deal. the Brahma brand and stuff, which I like. I have Brahma brand work boots that I scored for $3 like a year and a half ago at Walmart. Unfortunately, they didn't have any of them that cheaply priced this time, but they did have a whole end cap of the Tread Safe work shoes for $7, and then they had a like by the end cap they had another, like the inside aisle. They had a ton of the work boots. Oh, not just on the work boot aisle, but there's another aisle that has more work boots that are marked down for $17 and stuff like that. Great deals, great deals. The pants, I got so lucky that these were meant for me. They were meant for me, and I don't know why I didn't take them all, because they had 2 pairs of jeans that were the wide-fitting ones that I was wanting. One pair was a cargo pocket that I went back and I did buy those after all. I wore them yesterday for $7. They had cargo maxi skirts. I think they're Jessica Simpson brand, because they were like normally only like $29 or $39. So Walmart's still got pretty good prices, you know, even if they are getting a little bit pricier. There are no boundaries line though. Sweet success there. They've got the cutest jeans and stuff, and they're like $16.98 or less, you know. The cute little sweatsuits and stuff for the fall seasons, sweaters, everything's like under $20, you know. And they're really nicely made too. That's what I was so surprised about. They weren't cheap looking. They were actually like good material, nicely sewn. Like No Boundaries was really bringing it up. They are really kicking some butt there in the quality. I'm loving it. I'm here for it, because I am a broke mama. And if I can find trendy clothes that don't cost a fortune, and especially with the price that Goodwill is, that's why I was like so happy to find these brand new jeans, still with the tags on them, for $7, because Goodwill wants $9.99 for used jeans. $9.99 for used pants. And I'm like, I can find them new for that price. Heck, Walmart, the No Boundaries lines, like their basic jeans, I think they're like $9.97. If you want like the more trendy or fancier ones, then they're either $13.98 or they're $16.98. I know I was eyeballing like a pair of flared, like heavy winter jeans with flare legs that had some like embroidery designs on them. They were $16.98, and then there was a pair of like cargo pants, wide-legged cargo pants. Those ones were like $16. But I did remember seeing some other jeans that were like straight-legged and stuff that were cheaper priced. But still. The only thing I hate is like t-shirts still will run you, you know, $10. They had tank tops on sale for like $3 and stuff like that. But just basic t-shirts, I'm like, where's the $5 t-shirts? If you go to the men's section though, at Walmart, if you go to the men's section, they do have like graphic tees, which I love graphic tees. And they start at like $6.97. I'm waiting for them to go on sale, because I have seen them for like $3, $5 and $3 all year long. But it's always like the end of the year, the end of the season, when they're bringing in new stock, and then they discount their previous stock, which is like what's happening now. It's just unfortunate that all the t-shirts I like are new stock. I'm like, oh, and they have so much like Nightmare Before Christmas and Halloween, like Halloween themes, t-shirts, sweatshirts and stuff. They have them actually on like a special clearance end cap in between like the clothing and then where like the cards and the housing stuff comes, home goods or whatever. But they have some of those marked down to like I think they were $7. I wanted to buy them, but I'm broke, so I couldn't. I just was getting just necessities, which for me meant a couple pairs of pants for work and some work shoes. I kind of need to get some work shirts too, but I've been lucky. I got this at the Salvation Army and this hoodie too. They always, like the Salvation Army, they have a rack of clothes that people donate. They usually have like a lot they have tons. Like, I've seen them with, like, the whole back office filled with bags that they got donated to. But they'll, like, categorize it and then give it to people who are truly in need, like the homeless and stuff. But they always keep a rack outside with, like, their bread food that just anyone can come and get. And so I've been digging on it lately. This was starting to tear a little bit, but I think I could sew that. Just like the little zipper, the little end of it came off. Otherwise, it's a really good basic. And I needed a zip up hoodie because sometimes pulling them over my head is not all that convenient because I get, like, hot and cold really quickly. I have trouble regulating my body temperature, which is super inconvenient. So I always need something I can take off or put on really quick to help manage my temperatures. That's why I prefer a zip up versus just like a kangaroo pocket hoodie. Okay, I can bring in these two chocolates and some vanillas. Alright. Okay, I guess I better get off here and start cleaning. So, adios. Bye.